Mitchell, who spars with the likes of Nicky Cook and Colin Lines. Good gym that Paul Cook's got there now. Highly ranked now is Mitchell. Top 10 rated by both the WBO and the IBF. So world title maybe not too far away. A world title shot for Mitchell. If he can come through this, of course.
Torres there, just showing his experience, John, just above us on the ropes. Little roll and just moved off the ropes. The good right hand from Mitchell.
He caught him off balance there. Being urged forward by his corner to keep the pressure on. Torres off balance as much as anything. All the work in this opening period coming from Mitchell.
Good little shot, left hook again. Torres is actually falling short with his shots, needs to get his feet a little bit closer. He's got good head movement, especially on the ropes.
They does have this reputation for durability, but it's going to take more than durability to beat Mitchell, who's had a good opening round. Reactions keeping him out of harm's way for most of that round, but you would suspect that the greater artillery of Mitchell is going to prevail before too long.
Good body shot from Mitchell, but he actually got caught with a little right hand there. He's just got to slow down a little bit and just take his time, work more with the jab. But the left hook from Mitchell, very, very dangerous. And I think Torres knows that.
Big support here for Mitchell. He's got to show his composure, not get overhyped, not get carried away. Saw brother Vinny having to get off the floor earlier on to win his fight. And now as the main event, he's the ticket seller, he wants to produce the goods, but he's got to measure his attacks.
Yeah, just got to settle down and find his rhythm and find his range, and basically do that behind the jab and set up that big left hook. That's his best shot. That's better from Mitchell. Looks the more powerful. We've just got to keep that. Oh, lovely left hook.
Oh, he's wobbled. The legs went there, and it may be that the end's going to come right now if Mitchell can maintain an attack. Again, Torres showing his experience by getting in close and holding. Now, how much more resolve is he going to want to stay in against Mitchell, who is a hurtful puncher?
And Mitchell's last fight was back in, was it July 07? Had a second round KO, so he'll want to probably get a few rounds under his belt here, John. And that's why they brought this guy in. He's pretty durable, but Mitchell, he's finding those big shots.
Torres, to his credit though, has taken them. I'm afraid he doesn't look as though he's got an awful lot though, does Edison Torres? Maybe once upon a time he was a decent fighter, but now not really a great deal more than survival instinct. Another round for Mitchell, and emphatically so. Kevin Mitchell having a good second round.
Move that one in. Jab. Right? Remember, when he gets to the bottom ropes, he bends down, step back.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Strong lad is Kevin Mitchell. You know, as an amateur he's never been down, as a pro he's never been down.
Well, that takes some doing, isn't it? He's right, he's at 24, he's 24-0 at the moment. I don't know how many he did have as an amateur, but I know he was a top amateur, Kevin Mitchell.
How hard is it just for Mitchell really here, just to try and look good? Because you must have had occasions in your career, Richie, where people have come here just hell-bent on getting a few rounds against you and surviving.
Yes, definitely, but I think Mitchell, for me, he's looking impressive here tonight. He's looking very focused. The biggest problem you have when fighters pull out at the last minute is you can get a little bit complacent. You expect it to win, and you don't win convincingly.
That left hand hurt him. Again, the leg stiffened. Really good, crisp left hand from Mitchell. And he's looking to unload now.
I was going to say, John, motivation can be the problem, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. Oh, lovely from Mitchell.
Referee almost stepped in there. Ian John Lewis looking very carefully at Torres. And he stopped him. The fight's all over. He was out on his feet and sunk to the ground. And he's not in a good way, is Torres. Doctors straight into the ring. Mitchell wins in the third round. And the referee in there straight away to stop it. And medical help now for Edison Torres. Paramedics are in the ring. He took some big shots, and Kevin Mitchell over there making sure that his beaten opponent is not in too bad a state. He did what he had to do, but in truth, Torres, 39 years old, having lost his last 7 fights, there was only ever going to be one outcome to this fight. And now we hope, as he's given oxygen in the ring and gets to his feet of his own volition, that no lasting damage has been done. And he's in his corner and looks now, as he sits on his stool, that he is recovering okay, and that mercifully no lasting damage done.
Yeah, Mitchell's got the job done. At the end of the day, John, as a boxer, you can only beat what's put in front of you. He's won convincingly. He was expected to do that. He stayed focused. I did say that, you know, a problem can be for a fighter who pulls out. Motivation, but he stayed very focused tonight and got the job done, and that's all you can ask of the fella.
Did what was necessary. Congratulations there from his mum at ringside, and now confirmation of the result from Mark Burdis.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 9 seconds of round 3, your referee Ian John Lewis has stopped the contest. He deemed that Edison Torres was in no fit state to continue. The winner in the blue corner from Dagenham, Kevin Mitchell.
Kevin Mitchell victorious, and will now go on, he hopes, for that fight against Carl Johansson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please,
rumoured to be maybe added to the O2 bill with Enzo Macronelli and David Hay. And what a good support fight that would be to see that one coming up, because Mitchell is a hot prospect and Johansson, as we know, is a good fighter and he can bang.
Yeah, good fighter, he can bang, and that's the fight that everyone wants to see. So yeah, the O2 Arena, we'll certainly be there for that one, John.
That's a fight you can look forward to on March the 8th on Setanta Sports. I'm told, incidentally, that 12,000 tickets have already been sold for that one, up to £1,000 a time at ringside. It's a hot ticket.
You bought yours, John?
Well, I was rather hoping I might be working. Do you know something I don't? Phil, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Steve, I think you called it before the fight. You expected this kind of thing to happen. Kevin, in a no-win situation, but going to be too good for this guy.
Yeah, see, what often happens when a guy like Torres comes in at late notice, and he's generally on the undercard, he's not generally the top of the bill, and that way there's a little bit less attention on him. There aren't 16 or 1700 people screaming at him, and he hasn't got a guy in the other corner absolutely fired up. So what happened tonight is it didn't look like 8 or 10 rounds. In an ideal world, that's what we wanted, and Torres is capable of that. But he was operating at a different level tonight, Kevin Mitchell. And I don't want to take us down, but you know what? We've been deprived tonight. A fantastic night. because this is something, you know, I've been coming to your course since I was 10 years of age, it was about 9 years ago, and this was a special venue tonight.
Yeah, great crowd tonight, and I'm sure Kevin Mitchell enjoyed it in spite of the lack of opposition, rather. He's down there now with Rob Walker.
Kevin, it was a great atmosphere for you tonight, and you can only beat who's put in front of you, but you were ready for bigger and better than this, weren't you?
Most definitely. I was ready for obviously the British champion, Cole Janison, who was not here to share the ring with me tonight, but somebody else was, and I've done my job.
How difficult is it in the build-up to what you thought was going to be a big fight to lose Johansson, then you lose the Ghanaian that was brought in to replace him, and then you've got Torres coming over from Venezuela and Spain, where he's based now? That must be so hard to maintain your motivation for the fight.
Yeah, I was very motivated when I found out it was Cole Janison. My mind was on it big time. I trained 14 weeks of the fight, I trained every day.